Go. Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another episode, season 4, episode 14. And on today's episode, guys, we're going to be talking about Daniel Olmo because, as I talked about in the latest news video earlier today, Daniel Olmo, unfortunately, he did pick up an injury. He's going to be out for roughly 4 to 5 weeks. Nothing major, but it is an injury that's gonna have him miss a significant amount of time, roughly sort of like a month. He's going to be missing roughly 6 games. And we're also going to be talking about Frankie de Jong because Frankie de Jong, he did return to Barcelona training. He took part. He didn't complete the full training sessions with the group, but it's absolutely good to see Frankie de Jong back. We're going to be talking about him and what he could potentially do for Barcelona. And also, guys, apologies for the delay of the video. We tried to do this around 9 p.m. EST, but due to some technical difficulties I was having on my computer, I wasn't able to start the stream on time. But guys, feel free to join. I do post a link on X. As always, if you guys do want to join and also discuss with us, feel free. All you have to do is just click on that streamer link and you will be able to join. But what is up? I will welcome back another host
Yo,
of the channel. I will say what's
how
up.
we doing?
Our
Yo,
perfect. right there, the audio is good. But I wasn't able to get your thoughts about Barcelona's match against Girona. Barcelona beat Girona 4-1, a completely different result from last year, in which Barcelona did lose both games.
yeah, I remember you and me were the ones predicting it was gonna be a 2-1 game, maybe a 1-1, 1-0. We never
Mm-hmm.
expected a 4-1 finish, much less away from home against a Girona team that's gonna be playing UCL games this year. So they are a very, very solid team. So it was we really saw Hansi Flick football in this game. Like it was beautiful to see. Um, Lamine Yamal he's literally the wonder kid. I don't think there's many better wingers out there right now than him, especially young wingers. That first goal,
Wait. I was sorry to interrupt you, but do you think that Lamine Yamal is already arguably the best player in the world, or among the best players in the world? Well, what do you think? What do you think about that statement?
about him being one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to put a pressure on him right now. I feel like if we say that about him now, he's just gonna disappoint us at some point. Which is natural for someone developing his age. I think he's
Yeah.
one.
Oh, right there. I'm pretty sure just I will cut out. Just let me bring him back into the stream and everything. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Oh, it seems to just cut out right there. All right, there we go. Hello, are you there? Hello? Is the audio fine or what? Let me actually check, boys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so like the audio of the stream is
I
perfectly
hear you.
fine.
Wait. How about now?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I usually don't have this problem. Okay, no, look, but what I was saying, I don't want to put
Yeah.
this type of pressure on him. I do think he's one of the best wingers in the world. And from speaking to some Madrid fans, some people are saying that he might be better than Vinny right now. And
Ooh.
it's not to bring up bias, but I have spoken to Madrid fans, non-biased Madrid fans. So
Okay.
yeah, it's interesting. I don't want to say he's one of the he's the best in the world, but he's definitely looking like he's gonna be one of the best in the world.
Okay. Well, where do you place Lamine Yamal in like a ranking? Top 15, top 20, top
I
30,
actually no, yeah, no. I will say top 20.
top 20? Okay, interesting.
Some people,
I
some
mean,
people, some people,
some people who have him higher. I don't want to say that he's higher right now. I want to see another full season of what he did last year.
Okay, okay. What's up, NJ? Welcome to the weekly episode. Great to see you once again. Sampana, also fantastic to see you, my. Always great to see you guys supporting the channel. But a quick question, where do you guys think Lamine Yamal ranks, in the world of football right now? Do you guys think that he's the best player in the world? Do you guys think that he's potentially top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20, top 30? What do you think, NJ?
I would agree top 20.
Top 20? Okay.
Yeah, but again,
Okay.
if we're talking about uh in form right now, probably top 10
Top
in
10?
form in form.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But overall, probably top 20. Yeah.
Top 20. I was around that area, as well. I'm thinking, for example, wingers. I don't
Oh yeah,
see any
wingers.
wingers
Oh yeah, yes.
who are better than him. Obviously, there are maybe some midfielders, some strikers, and some other players who are ahead of him. But Lamine Yamal already one of the best wingers in the world. When you talk about players overall, I would definitely say top 15, I would say roughly in that range. And that's a crazy achievement, for being 17 years of age and already being, included in that bracket. I think that's phenomenal. And, if Barcelona actually had a good UCL campaign last season and Rajo doesn't get that stupid red card, then we could be having a whole different discussion. And then Lamine Yamal, potentially being one of the youngest, players to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or podium. It would have been absolutely crazy. It would have been. But going now and going back from that tangent, I want to be talking about the main topic of the video because Daniel Olmo, he did get injured, and I want to be asking you guys, how do you guys think that's going to affect Barcelona? First we're going to be talking, how it can affect it, and then we're going to be talking about who could potentially replace him. Looking ahead at those games that he will be missing. But Alvaro, do you think that Barcelona will be able to cope with the absence of Daniel Olmo, or do you think, hey, this could be a blow and this could be one of the first few obstacles that Hansi Flick faces in his tenure as Barcelona manager? What do you think?
I mean, right now he's playing without a pivot, so he can't really have it much worse than he's been having it. But we can expect that he's gonna surpass every obstacle that comes his way. Dani Olmo has been a glue in that team. He has been playing out of his mind, so it sucks. But if you told me right now that I had to pick between playing without Dani Olmo for a month or playing without Bernal, I would probably say that Dani Olmo is gonna his absence will be felt a little less than Bernal just because we don't have a pivot. With Dani Olmo, I know that we're gonna supplement that position with a lesser player, but um, it sucks. I really do like the player. No one was expected that he would do this good, but we'll see. I could very well see Paul Victor get way more minutes now. But I could see Hansi Flick the way he's playing and the way that this team is motivated. I could see them overcoming this.
Okay, okay. I mean, that's solid. NJ, do you think that Barcelona right now they're going to struggle with the absence of Daniel Olmo, or do you think that Barcelona that they're going to be able to, keep up this winning form that we have been able to see? Because Daniel Olmo, 3 goals in 3 games, fantastic start.
Like they will be okay, but they're gonna miss like the impact of Daniel Olmo. Like now Daniel
Okay.
Olmo is how he plays, But
Mm-hmm.
if the thing is, because Daniel Olmo is like their fourth attacker basically in that team. When if Lewandowski's not scoring, or
Yep.
he's like
Uh-huh.
the one that go score for the team. But I don't know. We'll see how was
Okay.
tomorrow's game. But
Okay. And I mean that's interesting because Danny Olmo, he came in, he adapted instantly, and he fit Hansi Flick's system like a glove. It basically a seamless transition into the team and everything. And now when we talk about who could potentially replace him, Pedri is an option there. Pedri, who Hansi Flick used to employ in a more deep line playmaker slash role slash creator. And but now potentially we could see Pedri more advanced. And the thing is Pedri that replacement, or could for we example see Eric Garcia in that role? Because Eric Garcia, he's been played by Hansi Flick in that pivot position very much so. We haven't seen like a full start from Eric Garcia in that position. We do know that Eric Garcia, he has been working on his ball control, on those turns, especially in that pivot position. And Hansi Flick is impressed with him, but that's another option. Well, what do you think?
Honestly,
What do you think?
honestly,
Who's the ideal replacement for Dani Olmo?
I feel like Barca has two options: either Paul Victor out top and you keep Pedri down with Casado, or maybe Pedri goes up top like we've seen him do in the past, and then like you
Uh huh.
said, Eric Garcia fills that role. I'm sure he's already doing this in the practices and seeing what fits their style best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I really like how Pedri has looked alongside Casado. So
Okay. And NJ, who do you think should replace Dani Olmo?
So I have three things. So the first one is if we put Pedri at a 10 and put
Yeah.
Eric Garcia at a with Casado, the problem with that is that the 10 role, Pedri is gonna have a high risk of getting injured. That's they're gonna be on Pedri a lot. That's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
compared to
That's a
compared to Dani Olmo,
valid
right?
point. Mm-hmm.
And if we stick Pedri as the double pivot with Casado, we can put Rafinha on the 10,
We have
and
seen that. We have seen that
then
before.
then we can just use Ferran Torres as a joker. Just to like mess the teams up.
And just like chaos. Like even but like his Barcelona team is don't know what he's gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Um okay, another shout. But Sampana just said forget we can play Fermin Lopez or Paulo Torre because Fermin Lopez he is coming back from his injury. He didn't get injured right before the international break, and he's set to come back either in the game against Monaco or in the game against Villarreal. I don't
Uh,
think that he's going to be starting anytime soon because he
yeah. Obviously, it's not
hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't been
slowly.
getting that much.
Yeah, it can be
Uh huh.
slowly we put in the team.
Uh-huh.
But
But
with Eric Garcia starting now until Daniel Olmo comes back, he has to show Ansi Flick that he can be like an impact sub. It's not.
my worry with Eric Garcia is that combination with Marcasado because both of them I would say are defensive. And I wonder how is Barcelona going to play out from the back and how is they're going to build a play going to work? Are
Okay,
they going to be
so
creative enough, to actually create something? That's my one
That,
worry.
that's exactly why I don't see Pedri going up. First of
yeah,
all, like he said, the potential of injury, but also Eric Garcia will be even more defensive than Christensen was when he would play
yeah,
pivot, and you don't need a third center back. So and
yeah,
that's what I think we're getting from Eric Garcia at pivot. So I said Paul Victor because I feel like he's earned Hansi Flick's
yeah. That
trust.
also.
But I could very well
Hmm.
say that Fina play Cam and then they figure out the left wing position or whatever you want to call that left mid. But I do expect Perry to stay behind there. Or if they have Bernal or Frankie or Gavi, then I'm sure they will move Pedri up. But right now they can't afford to get any more injuries, and
Yeah,
that style is working perfectly fine from the
I,
back.
I told you, man. Pedri Holdings the best, bro. I told you. I
Bro,
told.
Pedri Holding has been money at the moment. But what's up, Saket? Welcome to the stream, man. Always good to see you. Always good to see you and able to talk football with you. But Danny Olmo injured. Do you think that this is gonna harm Barcelona like negatively? In a serious way, for example, like where Barcelona maybe they potentially lose a couple games or draw with the absence of them, or do you think Barcelona they're gonna be fine without them for this next upcoming month? What do you think?
I I think we will suffer little bit. I don't think we will suffer that much because
Oh,
the
right. Just a second. We can't really hear you. We can't really hear you.
hello,
Yeah, right there. Much better.
hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I was saying that we will suffer, but I don't think we will suffer that much because the fixture that we have in the month of September are not that hard compared to the fixtures that we have in October. We have I think Monaco, Villarreal.
Uh-huh.
These two are the I think hardest games compared to Alaves and Young Boys and other
Yeah,
fixtures in this month.
right
In
there.
Yeah,
so in
yeah.
yeah, in October we have like likes of Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. So it's okay to rest players, or it's okay to if we go get a injury in this month rather than the next fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I mean,
Yes.
Also, but I am afraid that we played Monaco with Pablo Torre as number 10 in friendly, I think, and we lost like heavily 3-0.
oh my
I mean,
God.
I
So,
mean,
so
it's been
and
like a
it is
couple months now.
first UCL match, and we know we our history in recent years in UCLs. I don't know. We have a good enough team, but in the end, be it red card or be it, even if we score 3 goals, in the end we end up capitulating the match. I don't know. Be it referee decisions or something, everything, something happens.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, Elias.
What do you think, NJ?
So going back, right, when earlier when we're talking about, like, you cannot put Eric Garcia and Casado in the same position, right? The problem
Yeah.
is with Marc Casado is, yes, he's good, but if you truly watch him, he always, like, have to, like think twice, like, where to pass the ball. Have you seen that before when
Yeah,
he plays?
I mean, for example, like Mark Gasol, he's good and technically on the ball, but it
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
one
yeah,
of his
yeah.
biggest strengths,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's the
Uh,
thing. That's why it's better to put Pedri on with Casado instead of
uh-huh.
double. Yeah. Then with
I
the
mean,
matches, okay, go ahead,
no,
Elias.
no, 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 no. Well, I was gonna say just we've seen, Marc Gasol in the game against Valencia, I believe, partner with Marc Bernal. Marc Gasol was that basically, that midfield that was allowed to go a little bit more forward and to be the interior, and Marc Bernal was, the player just focused on defending.
Yeah,
And but with Pedri, it's Marc Gasol who has to do more defending, which I think he's more comfortable. And
yeah,
Pedri allowed to have more freedom in that role to move
yeah,
up and down.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Casado, he's
yeah. That's the
he's
problem with Casado. Yeah,
hmm but he's been doing a solid job there,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
for
I
sure.
think
Yeah.
it's the profile. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I don't know if Eric Garcia with Marcaso is going to work.
But if
Uh huh.
Eric and Pedri
He's
would together, then it
he's
would
doing
work.
a good job, but in La Liga we don't get that much of amount of physicality in the midfield in other
That
teams.
also. That
Only I
also.
think Real Madrid or some teams are only have physical midfielders in their midfield. But if we see the midfield of Monaco, they have the likes of Kamara.
Oh,
I
Kamara.
mean,
Oh my
physical
gosh,
guys,
that guy, yo.
tall,
Yeah.
physical guys.
No.
So and our midfield is small Spanish guys, technical players, but not much physicality.
Physical,
So
yeah.
I think it
Uh
will be interesting
Yeah.
match.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, so Elias,
Yeah.
so when you look at it now, yeah, I think Pedri should be good in the double pivot because he's gonna be
Okay. So,
facing
okay. So
defense.
NJ, he stays there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's Pedri and Marcasolo. Who is that number 10? Do you play Paulo Torre? Do you play Ferran and you move Rafinha inside? Do you play Ansu out left, Rafinha middle? Do you say, hey, Ferran, no, Ansu Fati, someone
No, no,
who
no,
we
you're gonna
haven't
put
seen?
Rafinha.
Paul Victor?
I'll put Rafinha on
I
top
will
because
be,
he can outpace the DM of who's that guy from at Monaco? Zakaria.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah, Sagaria.
that's the reason why. That's the reason why I didn't want to put Pedri in the 10 because Zakaria is a strong DM. That's the problem.
Okay. But then who do you play on the left? You play Ferran?
Yeah, just to like ruin
Wow.
the right, because again he has Balde in the back anyways, right? So just in case
Yeah.
but
Mm.
again, you get to pick which one's gonna be like the Joker in that team.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Okay.
pick which
Okay.
one.
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't think that Ferran is my ideal shout.
I know, I
You know,
know, I know, but
he isn't ideal. I'd much rather see maybe Paul Victor
Yo,
given a chance or something.
I'll tell you right now. I know Ansu Fati is no longer the winger that we envisioned, but I would rather see him or Paul Victor or Ferran Torres, bro. I'm good. I'm good with that experiment. I would
Okay.
much rather
Okay.
I
have Paul
I
Victor.
have no problem with I I have no problem starting Ansu Fati, but I the problem is he hasn't played a single game.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he
We
will
don't
be
know what shovel he's going to come back.
Nah, that was
yeah
more of
he
me
will be.
joking. That was more of me joking. I don't want him starting either, but I would rather see what he has than Ferran Torres. I'm over him. I mean, ideally we
Hey,
see more Paul Victor minutes, but
but hey,
Okay.
if like has a plan on them, then so be it. you know.
I mean, so be it. So be it. Well, I mean, that's going to be an interesting discussion to have. And, talking about another, Barcelona midfielder, we have to talk about Frankie de Jong because Frankie de Jong, he is going to be coming back soon. And the question is, where is he going to play? Does he have a place in the team? Because Marcasado has been
Guys,
absolutely amazing alongside Pedri in that role.
I
And
think I think Frankie De Jong will play in place of Pedri in double pivot with Casado, and Pedri will play as a
Yeah,
number 10, Rafinha
most
left
likely.
wing,
Yeah,
and Yamal
okay,
right wing, Lewandowski
most
striker.
likely.
That's the most probable solution at this point.
okay.
Basically,
Uh,
yeah,
I
But
see
again,
that.
Frankie De Jong hasn't paid a single penny. If we had a game before the Champions League game, Frankie should have been fit for this game, Girona game. So it
Yeah.
would be tested in the game. So we cannot, after injury of 5 months, we can directly throw him in a starting 11.
yeah.
No,
That too in a
I mean,
Champions League
right.
game. And again, fans are criticizing him, and he is under pressure. So he underperforms, then it will also break him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but valid points there, Sake. And I think that's his way back into the team because let's say Dani Olmo doesn't get injured. I'm not even sure that Frankie De Jong starts ahead of Marc Casado and Pedri, because I think that partnership is working phenomenal. And should he even start? Because Frankie De Jong is one of the highest paid players in this Barcelona squad, the highest paid player in La Liga, and he isn't sitting down with the table at Barcelona trying
Yeah,
to renew,
true.
and that's a problem. And why are you going to be giving minutes to a player who has shown no interest in renewing? This is like similar to that situation with Dembele when Matteo Alemany was saying, "Hey, send this guy to the bench. Send this guy to play with Barcelona B." And no, Xavi said no. I want to trust in Dembele. And then you saw what happens. A season or two later, he goes to PSG. He snakes him, and Barcelona only get 25 mil out of him. So
Again, with Frank, it's different though, because he tracked with a lot of money before, so that's why I didn't want to, do it.
Yeah, I agree. Frankie is a good player. He's a good ball carrier,
Yeah,
press
that's the only reason
resistant.
why.
But guys, do you remember any moment from Frankie De Jong, like the moment that we got in the last game from Casado, that assist? Do you even remember a assist, some assist
Oh
like
yeah, a
that
lot
or
of
goal
them,
like
a
that?
lot of them.
I,
Yeah,
I
He
mean,
hasn't
I
just
mean,
got the through pass or a goal. He hasn't got that moments for a midfielder.
yeah,
At least
yeah. You had,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah,
just
yeah. Many
press
moments.
resistance
what
and ball carrying, he should develop more abilities in his game.
Yeah, Frankie had
uh,
a lot of that
I,
in the
I I
past.
I think NJ was like is going is that, for example, we haven't seen that midfielder from Ajax, because yes, he had amazing moments. I'm thinking, that game against Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey final. I'm thinking in those games on the Ronald Koeman where he was running inside the box, scoring goals, assists from Messi, Pedri, that partnership. But we have to remember that Frankie De Jong, when Barcelona brought him in, was supposed to be like the Busquets regen, his
Yeah, but he would never
replacement.
be a CDM though. But the problem
Guys,
was
the
he
problem
joined
is,
at the.
I don't judge the players in the Messi era. They were in the Messi era, because I have seen that when Messi is on the team, every player plays very good. Be it Frankie De Jong, be it Ansu Fati, I am judging all these players after Messi left, because that's when the pressure
Okay.
comes and that's when we have to perform for the team.
Okay, okay. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, Messi just made every single team just better, just bring more quality in every single aspect. But what happens if Frankie Young doesn't want to renew? If he doesn't want to renew and he doesn't want to sit down at the table,
If
do
there,
Barcelona should Barcelona still play him?
so here's the thing though. He should still play, but not a lot of games. But the thing is, if he wants to leave, he has to. You have to transfer him either in Man United or transfer him to PSG. But for PSG, we have to get Fabian Ruiz in return. We have to get Fabian Ruiz in return.
Fabian Ruiz in return. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I
if
think
that's
I think
because
it
that's the two ideal
I think
teams.
I think it doesn't really matter, even if he renews or if he doesn't. His deal at Barcelona for 72 million is net loss in either case, I think.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah.
I
Either way,
mean,
He
anyways.
hasn't given us even 50 million of value, 50 million of performance in all these years. So even if we're renewing, I think it's still a loss, and even if he goes, it's still a loss. So it's the
Yeah,
same
but
outcome.
either way, he came on the bad side of Barcelona. There was a lot of pressure of him carried to like bring him back to the glory days. But again, what can you do if you have an aging PK and a shit Lenglet?
No, no, I
right?
mean, true, true.
What do you think about it?
But NJ, looking at this comment from Sambana, this is also the sentiment from a lot of Barcelona fans, where
Yeah,
they want Frankie De Jong to be sold. So when Saka said, if he doesn't perform, or if he
yeah,
isn't able, to solidify himself in that midfield, then that's going to cause like some tension, because he is earning so much money. Marcas, a player who's been brought in from La Masia, he's showing that he wants to be here, and he's performing, and he isn't, absolutely just wasting Barcelona's money,
yeah.
and
No, but here's the thing though.
I mean, after the wage bill clears, I think board will give them important wages like big players. I think Casado and on players will get good wages after the wage bill clears, I think.
No, but the problem
okay.
is here. But here's the thing though with Frankie De Jong when he came, because one, he's not Spanish, so it's like he was an easy target by the media, and then every time he underperforms, they attack him. But if he performs, people say, it's okay, it's Frankie De Jong anyways. He should do that. Like all this during his time in Barcelona, he has been disrespected. But again, of
Well,
course,
I mean, like, also, like Frankie De Jong, one of his biggest weaknesses is his like defensive awareness.
yeah,
How many
yeah,
times has them, Frankie De Jong not been in the right spot, not tracked the runner, not provided cover,
yeah, because
and
that's not
cost
his
of
game
Barcelona.
though. That
I
is never his game.
No,
I agree with
Even
you.
in Ajax,
Non-Spanish players, you know, yeah, I agree
because
with you that non-Spanish players, get criticized more compared to others, but they are not getting criticized for no reason, I think. I think there are
no,
enough
because
reasons to
listen though,
criticize him,
no,
you
no,
know.
listen though, no, listen though. The problem is with Frankie De Jong. I watched him in Ajax before he joined Barcelona. Yo, he's not a going back defense kind of player. He set the tempo of the team like a Tony Cruz kind of player. But obviously, he's not better than Tony Cruz. Obviously, he's not. But that's his game ever since. He never plays. He was never a DM.
I
People
mean,
made him.
oh, well, what happens second? Do you want to say something?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just speak. Look, at the end of the
yeah,
day,
I agree with.
um, go ahead, go ahead.
Probably he's cutting. He's cutting. That's
Yeah,
uh,
Okay,
I
look,
think his
at the
audio
end
is
of the
cutting.
day, it's not about the player not being Spanish or whatever. When you come to Barca earning those wages, I understand that it was the past Barca leadership. I understand all that. Doesn't matter. You're still under club contract with those wages. You're gonna hear shit from the fans. If first of all you can't stay healthy, and second of all you don't want to renew with a club that's paying you all that money. So I mean, Barca
yeah,
fans, at the end of the day, people are thinking that the Barca fans hate him. Barca fans will cheer just as hard as they're hating him if he performs. And even if it's not as a pivot, even if it's in a different hybrid role, if I'm Barca right now, I don't have the personnel to tell Frankie, you know what? Go to the stands. We'll let you know when you're off the team and you can leave. They have to play him. They don't have that luxury of just benching him. So I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I
that
agree
they
with
should
you.
play him. Obviously, it's gonna be a more limited role because of his ankle and the possibility of surgery. But I do think they gotta play him, and then we'll see in January or in the summer next summer what happens with his contract. But they have to play him.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Obviously,
have
yeah.
to
Obviously,
play him
we
because
obviously have to play him.
he
Obviously,
he hasn't played for country or club for 5 months, and if we want to sell him even
Elias,
in the
anything to add?
future, he has to he has to have game
I
time
can't
in the
hear him.
games. He has to put in performances in
Oh,
order to get a good money for him.
you can't hear Saket?
No, no, I can't hear anybody.
Oh,
I can only hear you.
oh,
I can hear him.
I think it might be something with your audio then, because Saket was just speaking and we were able to hear him.
My bad. Just let me know when he's done speaking. I can't hear him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I'm guessing that's an issue with like StreamYard or something. Just
just
something like that.
reconnect again if.
Yeah. Yeah. Just I would just try reconnecting. But I here's the issue with Frankie De Jong, because He's on these high wages.
Yeah, that's the main issue for them. Oh yeah, because it's high
Yeah,
wages. So
he's
yeah,
not trying to renew his contract. He's been injured since April, which is absurd. Injured since April, and he's just come like Gavi returned to training before him. Absolutely crazy.
yeah, because
And
Gabi was like 1 year off, anyways.
no, I know Gavi was out for 1 year, but Frankie De Jong was supposed to be out for what, like 5 to 6 weeks. Frankie De Jong wasn't
No,
supposed to be out for
look at his
6 months.
look at his ankle.
No,
When he got
I know, but the initial reports from Barcelona were that he is supposed to be
Yeah,
out
no.
for for five
Frankie,
to six weeks.
yeah, rumored.
Frankie should have
It
been
was
gone
rumored.
for most 2 months.
Yeah, at most he's been out for 6, 7. He got injured in April. He missed the entirety of the Euros, the entirety of the summer, and he's back in training now, but he could potentially be back in October, something like that. And the final question to wrap up this Frankie De Jong topic: if everyone is healthy, does he start?
Yeah,
Does he
for
start?
sure.
He does.
Yeah, yeah.
So who
That's
does he start ahead of? Because
Marcus Alonso.
Wait, yeah, no, wait, no. Actually, let's go down the
I
midfield.
don't know. I don't know
Let's
because Marcos
say,
has been doing a job in there.
let's say Gavi is healthy. You already have Pedri and Gavi in the middle. You already gotta think about the impact that Danny Olmo has had on Barca. So where does Frankie play there? Because I don't see a spot for him to play right now.
And hey, you can't have Pedri and Frankie De Jong in that role because
Yeah,
Frankie De Jong,
you
as you
can, you
said,
can.
I just
he's not gonna be doing defending.
I think
And you need a defender there. You need a
I
Marcos
think if
type player.
Gavi and Pedri is fit, I think Gavi should play in place of Casado and Pedri should play alongside him. I think double pivot of Pedri and Gavi is perfect for the team.
Okay,
But
so
again,
Pedri
when
and
you look
Gavi.
at it though, with the wasn't with if you're gonna think like a Hansi Flick thinking, he will look at the game each game, which player suits more.
Yeah.
So, so, so
Also if we play Gavi and Pedri in a double pivot, Frankie De Jong for Pedri is a good substitution, and
oh yeah, there
Casado
you go,
for
yeah,
Gavi. It is
perfect, yeah,
also a perfect substitution.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're not
Okay.
gonna play Pedri the whole 90, right? Because again, you know
No,
how,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, so it's going to be Danny Olmo at the 10. It's going to be Pedri and Gavi, in the
Yeah.
base, and Frankie De Jong coming off the bench.
yeah,
That's
it's
and
fair
that,
enough. Because
yeah.
Yeah,
again,
why
I
At,
mean,
not?
at
yeah.
the
Because
end of the day,
because Frankie and Pedri are very similar. I think
no,
expect that
no,
Pedri
no,
Pedri
nothing.
has a
No, they're
fine.
not.
No. Let me land. Eh, Only thing I think difference is that Pedri has a final ball through ball, and he provides more in the attack. Other abilities are same, like ball carrying, press resistance, and keeping the ball. Both of them can do that. So it is a good substitution.
Okay, okay. And I will say this: like Frankie De Jong is amazing, but even if he is set to come back, I don't know if he's going to be an instant starter. Like he's going to instantly be back
Oh
into
no,
the
no,
team.
no, no,
No.
no. He's gonna look at game by game which one suits more.
I mean, you have some point into that, but guys, on Thursday it's going to be absolutely a big game. Barcelona's first game in the Champions League
Wait,
this
I thought
season.
it's tomorrow. Isn't it tomorrow?
No,
No, it's
I think
Thursday.
it's on 20th.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was tomorrow.
yeah, it's on Thursday. The Champions League. I think it does start tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be
I know
It
today.
is
it's tomorrow, but
starting.
then
I
in
think it is on 3 days: Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or something like that.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. The match day one, but that's gonna be Juventus versus PSV, and then Young Boys versus Aston Villa.
Yeah, AC Milan,
Juventus is gonna be
Liverpool,
good.
City, Inter Milan. There are
Uh
some big
huh.
games.
We play on Thursday. We play on Thursday our
Okay.
game.
With Monaco, wait, are you gonna talk about the Monaco right now game or?
No, well, I mean, we'll do that. Well, actually, you just how you guys feeling ahead of that Monaco game? Just a quick preview. Well, what do you guys think about that match? NJ.
I would have been more
I mean,
confident if
you guys
Dani
first.
Olmo was fit.
I mean, yeah. NJ thoughts?
All right. So here's the thing with Monaco, because they have a lot of speed demon in that team, like hell, of speed demon, like Embolo. Yeah. Yo, Kobayashi and Inigo have to step up their game to like physically like stop him because he's a tank.
Yeah.
The other one is Lamin what's that name? Akamara. That guy needs to be like shut down as well because that guy's really good.
what's Monaco's form at the moment?
They
I want
won.
to see how good they're doing.
Also,
Yeah,
guys, in La Liga, referees protect young players, like Lamine. If anyone tries to tackle them very hard, they
yeah.
will protect
They're
them. But
third
I
right
don't
now.
think it will work in UCL. And UCL,
Yeah,
teams
yeah,
in
yeah,
UCL will do everything. If they will kick him, they will kick our
yeah.
players and everything. So
That's
nothing
common
is,
sense. Anyways, it's different.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah, they're third right now. They're third in
Uh,
They
La
are.
Liga.
They won
Yeah,
three out of
in
four.
La Liga teams tries to play more with the ball, play good football, tries to play technical football, but everything in UCL and Europe is like just kick them, hoop the ball, play physical, play with intensity. So it will be
Yeah.
hard.
So with Monaco, I'm worried about their right back. Vanderson, the guy that we were linked with for the right back backup. Vanderson.
But
He's really good.
He's Brazilian. Well, Brazilian, no?
Yeah, 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 Brazilian. Yeah,
Um. Mhm.
yeah, he's really good. Their captain, Dennis Zakaria. That's why I said it's better to put Pedro in double pivot because if he's gonna be in the 10, he's gonna get injured by Zakaria because Zakaria is very physical. DM.
Mhm. And when we have this conversation, I think it's most likely going to be Ferran Torres who's going to be replacing Dani Olmo,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Rafinha is going to be just moved to the 10, and it's going to
yeah,
be La. I think that's what's going to happen. Oh, look at that, one away with 10. Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we
But
also won with 10 men against Girona,
we did, we
champion
did,
team.
we did. But NJ, score predictions for Monaco.
As that's what I said. So if we scored 2-0 in the first half, we can win 4-1 on in the full time.
4-1 away from home. Wow, that's
Yeah, yeah.
confident.
In the full time though, but if we go in the first half, if we scored like 1-1, then I'll say like
Hmm.
2-1 in full time.
Okay, okay. Saket, well, how do you think the game is going to go? Score prediction.
I don't know what to predict this game.
You don't know. Okay, okay. Ivalo, how do you think the match against Monaco is going to go? Do you have a score prediction?
I don't, because we saw what Barca did against Girona, but I could very well see the Dani Olmo thing affecting them a little bit. So I could very well see a 1-0 or maybe 2-0.
Okay,
But I do expect a victory. That's what I expect.
Yeah, yeah, for
okay.
sure. And what about you?
I'm
Yeah, same
looking.
same with me. I expect a
I
victory, but I don't
Mhm.
know how it's going to go.
Uh-huh. I want to see how fluid our attack is without Dani Olmo because in that first half, against Rayo Vallecano, the front line of Rafinha, Ferran, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, it wasn't clicking. It wasn't until
Nah.
Guys,
Hansi
let's
Flick
be
brought in
honest.
Olmo that changed.
Our attack, let's be honest, our attack started clicking only when Danny Olmo played in our team. Otherwise, our attack is same as last season. So we don't even know how will the attack play if Danny Olmo isn't playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing that I won't be surprised if Yamal keeps going moves in the 10 like halfway during the game. Like him and Rafinha switching halfway,
Okay.
putting
Um,
Lamine in the 10.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Just movement in the game and everything.
yeah.
But that is one of
Cutting
my worries.
inside.
We need to see how the attack clicks, and everything. But one thing, Barcelona, they were dominant in all these games, even though the score line was very close. And so I'm looking at those games as an indicator. I think Barcelona, they are gonna be dominant in the game against Monaco. I think it's gonna be a close, maybe like a 2-1, sort of game. But
Yeah,
Barcelona, they create tons of chances, just like against Rayo, just like against
Yeah.
Valencia.
yeah,
I think it's going to
In
be that, like that sort of type of
yeah. It
game.
should
Yeah,
be.
I
Yeah,
also
we should
think
be fine.
in the away games, scoreline really doesn't matter. We just need to get the win, even with the
Yeah,
all these injured
I'm
players.
I'm just worried
Hmm.
about like the one counter attack that they do when we say do counter attack. That's the only thing I'm worried about because the speed demons are
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
The
yeah,
speed
yeah.
demons.
Mbola. Okay, Alexander going for a 3-1 Barcelona
Yeah,
victory. Well, I mean, let's hope that happens, and let's hope Barcelona they start off our UCL campaign in
yeah.
the right way.
We need to
I
win
Um,
two
also
games
think
first.
Hansi Flick will take this match personally because he lost in the preseason. That too also Johan Comper Trophy, which is a traditional trophy in coaches and players tries to show the home fans how they are improving and they are performing
yeah.
well. So he will take it
Then
personally, I think.
Okay.
not
Okay.
gonna lie
Uh,
though, to be honest, if we win this Monaco, we should win the next UCL game because it's gonna be Bayern, right? After that, after 2 games.
Yeah, young
I-
boys. Then Bayern and Real Madrid, I think.
yeah,
Bayern
yeah,
Munich.
Bayern and Real Madrid. That's gonna be in October.
Yo,
So
but
Yeah.
Dani Olmo will be back.
even if we go undefeated before Bayern, no one can say that because we went undefeated before Bayern. We're gonna beat Bayern. Bayern's a totally different animal from
Yeah,
Monaco.
yeah,
So I
Mhm.
mean,
for sure. Yeah,
yeah, and the more health that we have in the team for Bayern, the better. But with this team, if you told me that we play Bayern tomorrow, I can't tell you that we're winning. If we win, that'll be a miracle.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that's true.
Um, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. But guys, that was it for the episode. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy. This episode will be on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. So make sure to tune in over there if you guys do prefer to listen to it on those platforms. And hopefully, Dani Olmo is able to recover really well, able to have a speedy recovery. We're
I
gonna
think
see what's
I
happening
think
with Frankie De Jong.
they are I think they are overestimating his injury in order to keep him away from the international break
Yeah,
in October. So
yeah.
he will be fit for Madrid and Bayern, I think.
Well, I mean, that's smart. We don't want any risks to be taken with Danny Olmo or anything like that. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. NJ, Saket,
Yeah.
thank you guys for stopping by. And guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.